Yeah, well, I mean, if you look out here today, it is beautiful weather. This water's refreshing. It is moving. It's very enticing. People want to be out there, want to enjoy this great weather and this great season with their families, their friends, go fishing, all different things like that, which is lovely. But not a lot of people keep it in the forefront of their minds that something could go wrong. It doesn't have to be bad weather. It doesn't have to be a day when you don't feel good. It could be any moment at any time. And so wearing a life jacket is one of the absolute best ways to keep you and your family safe while you're out swimming, fishing, boating, wading, any of that.
And I hear, Kelsey, people say, well, I have got it on my boat, so I've got a life jacket. But when you get in a situation, I don't know that you can get one on that quickly.
Yeah, so a lot of people bring a life jacket, but they use it as a seat cushion, or they stuff it in the back of their boat and say, well, I'll just get it if I need it, but you never know when you're going to need that, right? And I kind of equate it to waiting to put your bicycle helmet on until after you've crashed, right? So once you've fallen out of your kayak or canoe, or you get swept downstream unexpectedly, you might not be able to reach your life jacket, or even if you can, putting it on, getting it zipped up or buckled up and secure is really hard, especially if you're having a panic or you're in a place where the current is moving fast or you're not exactly sure what to do. You're worrying about the rest of your family or where your boat's going or where your cooler's going. So many things come into play that make it hard to do that.
Like you say, getting distracted can cause, even on a day like this, can cause a problem.
Oh, yeah. Well, according to the U.S. Coast Guard, one of the number one reasons that boaters get into an accident or have an incident or, God forbid, a fatality is operator inattention, which basically means they weren't paying attention when the weather changed or when the current picked up or where they were drifting or what they were doing. And so that same concept applies with wearing your life jacket. I just wasn't paying attention and didn't know I needed it, or didn't know that I was going to come into these rocky areas, or I didn't know that the water was going to be deep here. Or people say, well, I can swim, I don't need one of these, or I only make my kids wear them because they're small and don't know what to do. But it's not even someone's age that determines whether they need a life jacket or their size. It's just their attentiveness and their ability to handle themselves and whoever or whatever they brought with them. So a life jacket is good for everybody all the time.
And I think about it with you. You're somebody who's been you're on the river and the water all the time. You wear one.
Oh, most certainly. And all of the experienced paddlers certainly do. And I almost feel like I've left behind my essentials if I don't wear one. I even jump into a swimming pool to swim laps, where there's a lifeguard. I still feel weird. It's become second nature to me. Certainly check the forecast before you go out. But as we all know, here in Virginia, the weather doesn't always behave like it's forecast to be. And so keeping an eye out, paying attention if the clouds are rolling in, if there's thunder or lightning or the water starts to get brown or it starts to rise. You can see it on these rocks. They're water lines. It comes up, it goes down, it leaves kind of evidence of that. But the Rappahannock itself, the river we're by today, has a very small watershed, which means if it rains upstream, it comes up and then it goes down relatively quickly. And I myself have been paddling in a kayak out on this river and been going in and out of these rocks and playing and having a great time and had the water rise underneath me. It was not raining here. There was not a cloud in the sky here, but it was raining upstream at Remington, and the water came up while I was actually sitting on it. And so noticing that the water began to get muddy, cloudy, and then seeing the water come up, I was noticing my surroundings and saying, ooh, that rock wasn't underwater 5 minutes ago. Ooh, that tree wasn't that far underwater 5 minutes ago. Helped me realize that I could not predict how much further this was going to go up or down, and therefore I need to get off and wait till a safer time. Well, ACA, the American Canoe Association, is a national nonprofit dedicating to boating safety that is here in Fredericksburg, which is a national nonprofit and in 35 countries across the globe. So it's pretty darn cool that we're right here in Fredericksburg. But also we have loads of free resources, videos, pamphlets, online classes, photographs, all these different things, top 10 safety tips to help you get all the information that you need about being out here and paddling safely. In addition, recently, it's America's Boating Channel has released an entire new streaming service that's like Roku or that's like Netflix, right? Yeah. That you can get on your smart TV or your phone that is dedicated to boating safety, not only paddling, but also, motorboats or personal watercraft, fishing boats, all things like that. And so they have collections of videos from a bunch of national nonprofits that are dedicated to this same mission of boating safety. It's totally free, and you can find hundreds of videos for entertainment, but also for safety, for learning more about all the different places in this country that you can go fishing, go kayaking, go boating. All of those things. Great resources are rolling out across the country for things just like this.